Hey, kitty girls, it's Wednesday, June 30th. Fuck all. Half the year's already over. Anyways, welcome to Cubs Out Loud Drag Race All-Stars Season 6, Episode 2. And baby, we got a blue ball. Ow.
It's big. It's heavy.
Is it pendulous?
Pendulous.
Anyways, welcome to Cubs Out Loud Drag Race, our little show that we do here. For those of you that are new, hi, welcome, and you don't know who we are. My name's Gary, and with me is my ever-fabulous co-host.
Hello, everyone. It's Damon. Welcome.
So, we already did episode 1, and now we're jumping into episode 2, which we were discussing in the pre-show. For those of you that are not patrons and were not aware, we were discussing very briefly about the fact that they had released 2 episodes to begin the season. But everybody out in the world who's doing reviews is pretty much like, 1 episode at a time. So,
yeah,
that's just the way we're going to handle it.
Well, now.
Right. I was trying to move away from that.
From that? Okay, sorry.
But that's okay. You have a right to rub the salt in the wound. Anyways, moving right along. So we're gonna jump into our first segment about putting the pedal to the metal.
Racers, start your engines, and may the best drag queen win.
All right. So this is our overall thoughts on the episode. It's a ball, honey, and it's actually about a color, which I was a little intrigued. So this episode is called The Blue Ball. The queens have to present looks upon looks upon looks. There are 3 categories, one of which it's the design challenge. They have to make something out of materials. The other 2 they could bring with them based on what they were told in advance. So just as a general overall view, Damon, what were your thoughts on this episode?
So in general, similar to my issues with episode 1, I have the same issue with this one. Can we mix it up somehow? It's becoming, again, very formulaic. And just like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the regular season, like the second or third or something like that episode where they were all together, like sometimes that's like a ball as well. So we get all these looks with all of the queen, like a majority of the queens. So it becomes this very rampant thing that is, while sometimes enjoyable, can often be a little much. Actually, a lot much. There's a lot of looks, there's a lot of runway, there's a lot of walk-in, there's a lot of probably money that has been spent. Coin has been spilled. For some. We'll get into that. Some probably spent $5. But yeah. So there's just this whole thing going on with that, and it's kind of like, can we mix it up? Can we do a ball later? They used to do the balls like later on in the seasons when there's like 6 or 7 queens or less, to where it's a big thing. I think also usually for that one they didn't always have to bring stuff. They had it, make it all in the time frame. Maybe I'm thinking like the hairball.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to see them return to you have to make everything. I wonder if the ball for production wise is early in the season because they know that the queens drop some coin, and it would be highly disappointing, if not annoying, to bring looks and to not be able to get them in front of the camera if it's episode 7 instead of episode 2 or 3.
Fair. Then make it the first fucking thing.
You never know. That might be the next thing that comes around, just right out the gate. So guess what, queen? You have to have 4 looks. Your entrance look and 3 runways or something. So
like that will be something. Just saying.
I'm not requesting that, just for the record.
I mean, that's a lot of fucking, like, if you got 13 girls, oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Or 14 queen, oh.
Slim it down. Take it down to 10 queens. 4 looks. That still makes 40 freaking outfits.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Mm. How about you?
yeah. Well, speaking of numbers, I said 36 effing looks.
Mm. I mean, true.
It's all the episode is. It is nothing but pretty much like, here's your first category, here's your second category, here's your third category. I mean, they do spend some time focusing on them like making stuff, but even then that was pretty minimal. It was mostly about the drama, like,
Mm-hmm.
of who has talent, who has skills, who has an idea, who possibly pisses off the rest of the entire cast by not doing jack shit for a whole day.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows. Anyways, so just saying, we'll talk about that. We'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about it soon. That being the case, you want to jump right into our next category?
Sure thing, honey.
All right. All right, so it's time to cruise the runway, and the category slash theme is 3 different looks. We've got blue better work. So this is blue collar worker aesthetic. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Blue jean baby. So it's all about denim. And the last one, blue ball bonanza, which is generic AF. And that's because the queens have to make the outfit. It just needs to be
Mm-hmm.
blue. And they are provided with lovely materials. And by lovely, I mean pool noodles and tarps and like shower curtains, tablecloths,
Some
sponges.
fabrics,
Yeah, like
loofahs, like all kinds of shit.
tulle.
Like it's funny. I'm just gonna because it's one of the things I realized. Like you see things as you kind of go through the episode, and one of the things I noticed, and Jiggly kind of grabbed all of the like, if you they're like the sponges with like the little noodles on them, like the blue
Mm.
like the scrubber sponges, and she grabbed a whole bunch of them. She didn't use them, but she grabbed a whole bunch of them, and I was kind of like, okay, I don't know where your mind is going. I could see maybe something working with it, but it'd have to be. My mind was sitting there thinking like, oh, you could probably do kind of a fringy thing, maybe possibly, because
Mhm.
it's the scrubbery things. But who knows?
Yeah, that wasn't really the case. So, for those of you that missed the first episode, shame on you, of COLDR from All Star Season 6, because in a moment, we're actually going to do our own version that we've created new for this season, where we talk about, kind of in a more rapid fire way, what we think of the actual like outfits themselves. But before we get into that, Damon, what were your thoughts just in overall regarding the actual presentations, I guess, or the
Yeah.
36 designs?
Well, kind of like you said, so many looks.
Hmm.
And it ran the gamut, and I'm gonna like own that there's some very beautiful, great looks. Whether they're the ones they brought or ones that they made, there were some really fun looks. You'll see those in a minute.
Hmm.
And uh other than that, just and then also, on the other side of that, there are some tragedies, some quite tragic things. And sometimes it's unfortunate, but that's sometimes the way it works. And again, I can't fault things that happen,
Hmm.
but this is how it goes.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do.
No, I agree.
Hmm. What
So,
about you?
yeah, I had said I had like 3 thoughts. So, one, all over the place, like child, like we might as well call it the potpourri blue ball, because like there wasn't a whole lot of like consistency. We'll come back to that. Um, Mostly okay. Like there weren't too many tragedies. But I agree with you. There were some doozies, and then truly surprised. There was a couple instances where I was really taken by surprise. So But yeah, it's I don't know what to say. It's the blue ball, you know? Like people are bringing looks and they're going to run the runway, run the
It's
runway,
it's
run the runway, like, you know.
it's a blue ball. You're meant to be disappointed.
Dang, girl. Dang.
Thank you.
I couldn't even shade you on that because it's technically true. So true. Ugh. Anyways, with that being said, so let's go in and start like taking a look at what these items were. So if you missed what I was like chiding about before, if you missed the first episode of the All-Star Season 6 COLDR review, we now are doing this thing when we talk about looks. We have 3 ways we might reference it. It could be a serve. It could be a swerve. Or it could be nerve. Right. So there are differences in between these things. Basically, a serve is positive, a swerve is negative, and a nerve could be a positive or a negative. Like it do take nerve. Like, holy cow, can't believe she did that. Like, so impressive. Or, girl, you got nerve. Like,
How dare you?
exactly. So let's get
You
into
got
this and
some
see who
nerve.
we
There it is.
who we feel about these things. So let's start with the blue collar, blue betta work category. First up, Miss Raja O'Hara. She is the project manager at this site. It appears to be construction meets sewer. I'm not really sure why we got to have like the rubber waders, but she did tuck, into her pants. Personally, my favorite part is the fact that it's a hat on like a wig, like stuck up on top of, the beehive or whatever. That was a cute part for me.
So I gave this a swerve.
Okay.
It's okay. But it feels very much like you bought it. Like just went to Harbor Freight and got all the shit and then put it on your body. Maybe got it tailored. Maybe.
I don't think so. That's so while I like the presentation, I think it's cute. I get a story from it. I agree it's a swerve. It's not custom. Like it's not even been really that modified because it doesn't fit her frame. It just looks like a big yellow blob with white stripes and So yeah. Sorry about it, girl. Moving on, Miss Kylie Sonique Love. How did Carson call it? Serving Debbie Harry on Angie's list?
Yes.
Girl. Total serve for me. And I was greatly confused because she's wearing a lot of blue jean denim. And I was like, oh, please tell me that she didn't wear the wrong outfit for this category. like she swapped them by accident or something and was confused. And all them bitches didn't say anything.
Yes. But yeah, this is a serve. It looks really fun. Again, it doesn't give I'm a worker-ish vibe, but it does work in a sense. It's almost a coverall. I just love the distressing of it. I think there's a couple of things here and there. A prop generally helps, and in this case, it's a toolbox. So kudos to her.
She also, I think, had a hammer. Like a large rubber mallet or something.
Tucked into tied up thing at her waist.
Yeah. So
but serve.
Yeah, it was a good serve. It's an interesting take on things because she's got this big Benjamin Franklin necklace piece and these shiny gloves that are up to, past the elbow, but then she's also wearing this denim thing. It was definitely something to behold. So yeah, definitely appreciate it. Next up, Miss Eureka O'Hara as a crossing guard, a drag crossing guard, notably.
This is definitely a serve.
Yeah,
I think it's fun. I'll just put it like this. Unlike the kind of what we got with Raja, this is definitely tailored. This was definitely built for her. It is well made. It's meant to be the hazard colors. I love it. I love the hat. I love the stop sign. our stop sign, and then I think it says on the other side strut, and I'm all
Yes.
for that. The whistle, the purse, that's a big ass whistle. Like, yes, dragged up, tug in cheek camp moments, just beautiful.
And the reveal when she turns around to walk away from the judges with that vinyl cartoon character of like a kid that got like that either ran into her fat ass or she sat on. I don't know what happened, but
One or the other.
it was
It worked.
funny when she turned
Yes.
the corner because she made no allusion to it. Like she could have camped it up on the runway, like walking the T to not have that be seen, but act like
Mm-hmm.
she got hit or something from behind and like or whatever.
Oh yeah.
She didn't allude at all. It was a very cute like surprise reveal when she turned a corner to walk back. I was like, okay, so yeah, it's definitely a big old serve.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Jan is serving us rubber. It is tires. It has laser cut like rim inserts. It's black. We've got this interesting homage to the House of Mouse, like on her head. Um,
Yes.
and the way she's kind of holding herself a little bit, it makes you think of Transformers, but I mean, obviously she's not. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty wild. I was not expecting this at all.
Yeah. This I'm gonna give Nerve
Mm.
because I love it. I love it. I think it's so different. It's not what you would think. It's out of the wall. It's probably obviously custom made. It's so well done. It fits her frame. We can actually see a bit of her curves. I don't know if she's padded or not, but it just all kind of works. I love it. I love it.
Agreed. It is really amazing. I mean, to me, it is a big old serve, if not nerve, because like I didn't know what happened when she turned around the
Mm-hmm.
corner. I was like, what? Oh, okay. Like, and there's
If
a
she,
lot of details to pay attention
mm-hmm,
to.
mm-hmm,
And I found it interesting. She had all the wrenches like on chains hanging off like the peplum and stuff, like, around her waist. So, there were tools
yes,
involved. So, I mean, yes, if you want to have something to nitpick, you could kind of like, complain about the fact that she's not like giving us a character. Do you know what I mean? Like, no
yeah,
mechanic looks like this, quote
yeah,
unquote. But at the same time, I was like, I don't think that was the requirement.
yeah, yeah.
So,
If she had thrown like wheels on the back of those heels, I would have died.
oh, honey, that would have been amazing if she had actually put like little like, rubber wheels on the back of her heels. That rhymed.
Yes, either like on the back or on the sides, just like two wheels. Oh, bitch, dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
agreed. Moving on. Miss Jiggly Caliente is giving us sanitation worker realness. So this is a serve for me. I'm sorry. Like, I realize this is like a lot of people got opinions about this and criticisms. They say it's too many separates. It isn't like a composed look. She turned a freaking trash can lid into a hat, mama. And
Yes.
then has this beautiful big pony down the side. She takes the high like vis vest idea and turns it into this big long like dress, outer layer kind of like it's not a gown, but like, it's kind of
It's a duster.
capey. Yeah, it's amazing. And you can complain that the boots don't go with it. I was fine with it. They're white. There's white in the striping. The laces are orange. There's orange in the striping and the
Yeah.
earrings. Like it's all a composite. It goes together.
Yeah. Like I will give this a serve. I think it's great. I loved her like trash can accessory with all the girls' names on it. Like that was a cute little like side like bitch like
The,
it was trash goes in here. I mean, it's gonna haunt her later, but like the whole idea behind this, I would have preferred something beyond what she has as the like underdress, like something different,
mm,
like maybe I think like a coverall shirt or a something kind of constructed to kind of give it that like I'm a sanitation worker, like one of those kind of you know blue shirts that they all wear
mm,
that are not all wear. Let me rephrase. We've seen them before.
right.
So But again, it works. Yeah, it works. I'm not gonna hate it. I like it.
Right. I mean, the only thing that we didn't get when she ran the runway was this.
Mama, this is garbage.
With her pointing at the trash can,
Mm,
like you said. But
mm,
no, I think it's definitely a serve. I was really like, wow, alrighty then.
yeah.
Next up, Miss Silky Nutmeg Ganache. Sorry. I the reason why I'm stumbling is I'm confused. So she's giving us milk woman realness, milk delivery person realness, something. Here's why I'm hung up. She is decked out in like devil wears red, like, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it is like, it is fashion, it is sparkly, it is something, and it is red, honey. And I mean, like, if I didn't know
Yeah.
any better, I would say that she borrowed this from Katya. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this
Yeah.
hat, this captain's like, hat
Yeah.
thing, and
Mm-hmm.
the jacket that she's got this theme going on. This reminds me of her entrance look, with this like split asymmetric kind of stuff. Like one half looks one way, one half looks another, and these hooker boots. Like, I just,
Yeah. So I give this a swerve.
okay, it's fair. I agree.
I don't think this is milk person at all, other than the fact that she has a prop. I believe, and I'm gonna say this, um, this is a look I had in my closet that I am um, appropriating for this challenge.
Mm.
This looks like a majorette slash, you know, dance outfit that she would wear. Like the hat would, like you would throw the hat off and hair would come out, you would come down. This is a kind of a dancey, number that I could see her wearing and performing in. It is not a uniform kind of thing. And I get that we're dragging things up, and we kind of talked about that earlier, but like this is not a dragged up milkman look.
Yeah.
If it had been white with like red, like undertones, like the red buttons or something like that, maybe.
Right. No, I agree. Like the color is a big swerve. Like it's not what we here in the U.S. think of when it comes to like classic all-American 40s 50s home delivery, like individual. Like
Hmm.
it's usually a white outfit. So yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like if you take the hat off, it even diminishes it more. So you get rid of the
Hmm.
prop, you get rid of the hat, and then you just have a pretty outfit.
Yeah,
That's it.
don't get me wrong, it's a pretty outfit. It's just not
Yeah,
what this challenge was.
agreed. Next up, Miss Scarlet Envy. So she's serving woodsman something. It's like an outfit that has this wood grain pattern to it, and it has all these mylar semi-flexible saw blades coming off as a detail.
Mm-hmm.
I feel conflicted about this because we just talked about how good Jan's was. And then I
Mm-hmm.
look at this and I'm like, so I don't know, woodsman, lumberjack,
Yeah. Like
something.
it like sawmill worker kind of thing going. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to give it a swerve. Only because I don't think the it doesn't fit. Like unlike like we were talking about Jan's, but Jan's was so well crafted and so well done and so well put together that wowed me.
Mm, yeah.
This feels like I came up with this idea, and there's so many saw blades. You know, like there's so many of them, and I get that's kind of meant to be like a feature, and it gives it some dimension. But reality is, it's a pattern print on fabric with these attached with these saw blades attached.
Hmm.
Maybe sewn in. I'm gonna have to assume they're some kind of way sewn in because they're standing a little bit more.
Right.
And I'll give her props for that. But other than that, it's pretty basic. It's
I think what you were just saying, Damon, made me realize like, this is gonna sound super shady.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a costume I would have made in high school if I had a McCall's pattern and I was in home ec class.
Mm.
And I don't mean to diminish it, but it's pretty basic. It's a cropped blouse top, sleeves, button up with these pants, but the pants don't fit right. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're not quite really tailored right to her form. It's a little odd, it's a little weird to me. And I think that's the distinction between this one and Jan's. Jan's was custom. Like, you know, she may have borrowed it from somebody, but it fit her like a glove. This does not fit Scarlett right, in my opinion. It just, there's something not right about it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't either.
It's a swerve.
I don't like it.
Agreed.
Okay.
Moving on. Miss Akiria C. Davenport. She done got her arm stuck in a metal pipe. She is a welder. Now, there was some criticism from the judges that they didn't get welder from this. I don't know how you don't. She's wearing blue overalls. She's got like the shield like thing on her head. Her arms in the deal, and she's got like, you know, the not, I don't know if it's a welding gun, but it kind of looks like, you know, like the tool on her, you know, belt on her hip or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is drag, honey. It is sparkly AF. She got hooker boots on. I mean, like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when we discussed this last time, I gave this a swerve. I'm actually kind of, as I look at it more and have given it a little bit more, I will give this a serve. I think it is, I think kind of like what I was talking about with Silky, I still will think that this is probably a reappropriated outfit for the sake of this. But she added enough embellishment
Mm-hmm.
to make it work. The campiness of the you know, help thing kind of is fun. I would have liked it if she had come on stage like walking up on the side with the face mask down and then turned and flipped it up, because then I would have gotten it.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah,
Agreed.
like
Yeah.
that would have maybe worked a bit more than what we got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
I think
So
that's fair. Like I do think it's a serve. Like I don't think it crosses over into nerve, like, you know, in the positive or the negative. I'm like, okay, like it's very fun. Like I can see where you're coming from, that it kind of seems like previous like repurposed pieces. Like, so you created the pipe, you put the help on it, you got the face guard thing, and, you know, the belt, but like these short overalls and the blouse like could have been anything, and you just added things to them. So I'll grant you that. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Moving on, Miss Pandora Box giving us lunch lady ain't got time for yo shit, and she ain't got no tot, stop asking.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that she not only had a serving spoon, but she walked out with a cigarette in her mouth and then put it out of the spoon like she was total story attitude.
Yes, like that's my favorite part. I will admit there's a definite like story here. It's the lunch lady gives no fucks. Like, here's your fucking shit. Here's your food. Oh, I shouldn't be smoking in here. Okay. You know, like that kind of thing. And then she gives us a reveal to this, like, now that work is done, I'm going out on the town. Like,
right, and
glamour it up.
And it's a lovely, I think she called it, she turns into Lady Lunchbox or something like that, and she goes out and like, and some people think like this is a great like retro like 50s era diner like server kind of deal, so maybe that's a part-time job or whatever. Who knows, maybe she's got a gig at Hamburger Mary somewhere, you know. Like I really appreciated that it evolved, and she's the only bitch that had a reveal.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, like, kudos to you, mama. Like, at least you had the forethought for that. So yeah,
I love it. Yeah, this is a serve.
This is definitely a serve. Up next, oh boy, Ms. Yara Sophia. Wait, let me just save us some time.
Mama, this is garbage.
It doesn't make any sense. Actually, wrong. That's wrong. I get what she was maybe trying to do, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Um, she's trying to be a construction worker, but she's got like just a honest. Okay, I'm just gonna be blunt and honest. The only thing that says that this is work is maybe the belt on her waist. I can't tell from this look, and the hazard vest.
Okay, I'm not even. I wouldn't even give that. I think the hammer in her hand that she carries and swings around and the vest are the only things that are really attempting to make this some type of like blue collar something or other. The hair is not right. Like the necklace, the leather like choker collar thing, the thigh high boots, and the big bazungas. Like I'm like, what in the gay hell, girl? That's a
No.
That's a no.
This was something I threw together like last minute.
Yeah. So
Or I got these arms, and that's all I'm gonna do.
oh yeah, and then that like she's got these like padded tattooed like fake arms, thing that she's wearing, and like from a Halloween costume. So for me personally, this is nerve. I'm sorry, like I can't with this. It's All Star 6, and you're better than this. This is like an afterthought. Shame on you.
Yes. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, ma'am. I was like, are you kidding me? You actually think that this is acceptable or respectable? Like I was in disbelief for a little bit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I don't have time for that. So next up, Ginger Minge giving us Mario like and plumber like fantasy, but obviously it's an IP thing, so she kind of goes in her own direction with it. Big old red bouffant hair. I love the fact that she licked the wrench. Ew, gross.
I mean, I hope it's brand new.
Or at least sanitized.
Yeah.
And the overalls, I love how they have the airbrush butt crack on the back, and it says GM for Ginger Minge. Like it was camp,
Mm-hmm.
camp definitively, and cute, and like I didn't have any questions about it. Like I got it right away.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a swerve. Nope, not swerve. Swerve.
I was like, girl.
Ooh. Ooh. That came out wrong.
She got so carried away, she ran off the track. She was like a swerve.
This is so fucking good. I had to.
So yeah, it's definitely a serve from Miss Ginger. And then last but not least, let me do it again.
Mama, this is garbage.
All of this shit is garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage. This is crap. This is bullshit. I can't believe you put this on the runway. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Nerve. Like how do you have the nerve to even bother like walking this down the runway? I mean,
it is
you
the
weren't
blue
even-
ball, so she had to have balls to.
Whatever. No, Trinity, no, we don't do this. We just don't. Ain't you learn better? Don't you know better? Like this is oh.
I think she
so
gambled
bad.
and she lost, because the deal is when you get your list, they ask you for more things than you actually ever see in the show. So you end up bringing stuff that you don't need. And I think some of the queens hedge a bet on what they really need and what they don't. And so some things they don't put much investment into. And I think that's what happened. I think she screwed herself. I think she didn't take this topic or this theme seriously.
Just that fucking sign.
And you know what? I got a question that comes from a previous episode of a different season that applies here.
What the fuck you doing here?
It's true though. Shit. It's just
Ciao.
so. I mean, we talked about Raja earlier and like probably buying some of the shit. Like it's probably store bought and probably not even tailored. Like we know this is just like, I'm gonna be blunt. This is just her boy clothes. That's a pair of pants, work pants. I wouldn't know. I don't
They're
care.
khakis. Girl, they're
They're
khakis.
a
And they're not even like they're not tapered. They're not
yeah,
fashioned in any way.
yeah, yeah. Wearing fucking like sneakers. Like the only reason a sneaker will step foot on this runway is if it is a fashion sneaker with like some sequins and diamonds and bullshit. Like it needs to be dragged up. And I think that's my worst part about this. This doesn't even scream drag.
Right.
This screams like Momo down the street, like doing her job as the traffic, girl, you know, crossing guard, getting the kids there.
Right.
Like this is very much like that. So did it did it did it nail the quote unquote blue collar look? Yeah, but it's not a runway look.
Right.
Period.
I agree with you. If I was to walk outside my door and see someone on my way to work dressed like this, I wouldn't pay no attention. Like,
Yeah.
it's what I would expect to see. I think this is why we sometimes call these things pedestrian.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is blue better work, the first category. Now, let's move on to Blue Jean Baby.
Mm-hmm.
First up, Miss Raja O'Hara.
This is definitely a serve. I love the um, crisscross of the. Ooh, excuse me. Crisscross of the blue jean, like bolero kind of jacket that she's got going. The fun like embellishments, the necklaces, but the hat and stuff. It works. It's a nice little serve.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's definitely a serve. The pearls are a great touch. Like, I mean, it's all just so well crafted, including the wide leg pants, like, and the platform heel. Like, she really, pulled this together very well. So kudos to you, girl, at the serve. Next up, Kylie Sonique Love. Girl, I don't know if I'm going to make it through an entire season. If she keeps slaying every single episode, I'm going to be dead. Like, that's all there is, I have to say.
Ain't that the truth? She just is gorgeous. And this is so fucking good. This is a definite serve. I'm not going to give it nerve because reality is it's kind of, it's fun and it works and it's drag, but it's also kind of basic. When you think about it, it's a pair of jeans and, a well, blessed bandana kind of tata look. Like, because they're blessed because they had to hold on for dear life.
I'm telling you, I think I mentioned it before. Girl, two-way tape or toupee tape saved them because, like, even, I don't know if you know who Bussy Queen is on YouTube. She said, I was gonna lose my mind. I was sitting on the edge of my chair, something like that. Like, she seriously thought they were just gonna pop out. Like, she was scared.
And I mean, I appreciate the trans, flag that is kind of like detailed on her. I think it's meant to be a, like, flag, fabric on her arm, tied to her arm and kind of laying down. Yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a serve. The thing for me is like it's highly evocative of that Christina Aguilera era, like and a little bit of Britney, which are two of her icons. So she really blended this super well. And for those of you that are as old as fuck as me, I also got some Boy George vibe out of this. Like, the colors, the hair specifically was really kind of that in the big ass hat. So yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Moving on. Miss Eureka O'Hara giving us pompadour. Honey, that hair has to be at least 18 inches high. Crazy. But in addition to the hair, she's also got this what did Carson call it? Dark rinse denim. This duster jacket look with all the buckles and straps and the big ass E around her neck.
Yeah. So this is another serve. I think this is well done. Again, one of the things I love about Eureka is she knows how to dress for her body shape. She does really awesome things that just work really well. The way that this opens to kind of reveal the legs, which is nice. Um, just the details of the buckles on the top
Mm-hmm.
are meant to bring the eye in, so it gives the illusion of a smaller waist.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos for her and all that stuff. It's so just and it's well made. I think you're not a particular fan of the color, if I'm remembering
Well,
correctly.
yeah. I mean, my problem is like it looks new. I finally realized what my issue is with this color of like denim or jean or whatever. It looks brand new. Like, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
I'm just not the type of person. I would not wear this as a fabric. Like, I wouldn't wear jeans made like or look like this. Like, it would, I'm just, yeah. It
yeah.
bothers me. But then again, I'm from an acid wash era myself, so like, I like things to look worn and used and like
Yeah,
comfortable. And this to
a
me
little
says,
faded.
yeah,
Give it some fade. Give it some,
yeah.
yeah.
And that's the only thing about this outfit that I think could have been elevated slightly is if there had been contrasting colors. It's not that it needs it, but I think that might have just eked it up a tiny, tiny, tiny bit.
Mm,
So, yeah.
fair.
Moving on. Jan. Okay, so I don't know if she like converted to becoming a Mennonite or Amish or Quaker, what her story is, or if she like employed them somehow and joined a quilting bee. But bitch, this
Bitch.
outfit, like I don't even know how to explain or describe it to people. If you haven't seen the episode, you are missing out. It
Yes.
is it looks like a quilted fabric with all these different like pieces, and there's like a star shape, and it's structured, and there's these ridiculously like high shoulder pieces, and it's like all these colors of blue. I mean,
Hmm.
and I mean the gloves are also really well done. The face looks great, and then this amazing copper brunette
Hmm.
wig. The wiggetry is amazing. I was just like, wow, wow.
This is nerve. This is nerve. I love this. I love the pattern. I love the shape. I love the structure. It's just so just fucking Jan. Like, yes.
And I kind of agree with some of the reviews online that she's kind of getting the poop end of things from the judges. They do not seem to be recognizing like what she's serving. I don't know what the story is with that. So,
Mm-mm.
but we will see. So yes, I agree. This is nerve. Like, because I've never seen anybody basically take what looks like a freaking quilted blanket, and turn it into an outfit like this. Like, yeah. Next up, Jiggly Caliente and Skater Girl. What is it? It's rich girl wanting to date the skater boys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. This is a soft serve.
yeah.
I know I talked about it earlier. I like this. I don't love this. I think it works. I got this as this is I've seen this person before. This is that very like 90s 2000s like skater girl kind of look, the big ass, bell bottom jeans almost that are like oversized at the bottom. The high waist. It works. I love the hair. I think that's cute. Her makeup looks really good. I would have liked something different with the shirt, I think, because the shirt just looks like I bought it off the rack. Um, but other than that, like it's kind of giving me something, and I like it. I don't know what the judges were seeing. Maybe that's just us. I don't know.
Here's my issue with this. I think it needs more. And that's going to sound weird because we're always talking about how you need to edit. But I think it needs to be dragified a little bit. Like that top needs to be sparkly. Like you could have sprayed it with some holographic spray paint or something. I
Mm-hmm.
still think it needs a belt. And the bottom of the bell bottoms, like you could have easily bought those like, little iridescent dot bands or whatever and just put that over top of the hem bottom or whatever. Just, something to kind of zhuzh
Drag
it
it up a
up
little
or
bit.
yeah, bling
Mm-hmm.
it a little bit. And
Agreed.
I think they would have liked it better.
I think it needed a belt and needed like some chains, like just like dangling from the belt,
Yes.
something to just kind of give it that look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. So it's a serve, soft serve.
Hmm.
Moving on. Miss Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
Swerve.
Yeah, it's a swerve. Girl, I don't even know what she was doing. Like, is this rodeo clown? Because, like, I don't get it. The cowboy hat with the fringe thing, and then the chaps. And I'm sorry, I'm getting real tired of chaps. Please don't wear chaps anymore, queens. Like, nobody wears them right. It just,
I mean,
they don't
it's
look
very
good.
rare that I find a chap on a queen that I like.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just be blunt and honest with this. All of this red, or whatever this color is, maybe it's a burgundy, maybe it's whatever, it takes away from the blue jean that is meant to be here, the star of this.
Right.
You know, I get maybe what you were going for with the whole, like, you know, hoe down kind of thing. I get that. But this is, again, a little too much. There's a lot of fringe,
Mm-hmm.
and it just distracts and takes away from everything else.
No, it's just, no, it's a swerve for me. I can't with this. Like all I keep thinking, we were talking earlier about like how people have pieces and they put stuff together, and I'm like, so did you have a hat? Did you already have these chaps in this thing for like a different dance number? It just doesn't seem to go together. I agree with you on the color scheme. It's very confusing. I'm like, okay, so basically you made a swimsuit in jean denim material.
Yeah.
That's all you did.
And the worst part for me was, obviously the braid is connected to her real hair. Like, she's got this long ass braid,
Mm-hmm.
and she put the hat on. When she took the hat off, her hair wasn't laid down well enough to where it was smooth enough to, like, go into the back. So she had all these flyaways. No. Like, if you're gonna do this shit,
Right.
like, come on.
I know.
Mm-mm.
Moving on. Scarlet Envy. This girl, listen to you. I agree. It's a swerve. Yeah, give her the axe. Bang the gong. Where's the cane? Like, somebody get the hook. Like, get her off the stage. Here's my thing. It is not horrible. Like, it is not negative nerve, but it is not patriotic. Yeah, I agree. There is too much going on. The hat doesn't make sense. The hair doesn't seem right. Like, I was like, are you trying to win a trailer park beauty pageant, like, contest? Is that what the story is you're trying to tell me? Like, are you the president of all the Karens in like, you know, in the county? I don't know. And
that would be the only, yeah.
It's too triggering. It's too traumatizing for my ass. Like, after last year, hell
2020. We don't need all this shit. Come on, Karen. Put your hat down. Cut your hair, because that big wig is way too big. It would have gone better if you had done like a shorter-ish Karen style. I hate to say it, but like,
yeah,
you're kind of going there, but it's just too much like volume, which is weird coming from a drag queen.
I know.
But again, it's just, okay, I'll put it like this. If she had done like a whole Karen thing with it and maybe made it a little bit campy, like, I want to see the manager or some bullshit, like made it intentionally triggering to be kind of funny,
right?
Maybe would have gotten a serve here.
Yeah.
But I think she was actually thinking she was doing something with this, and I don't think she was.
Her voiceover was about like being proud and taking it back, and I was like, no, girl. No, sorry.
Might want to dial that back. I mean, I know this was done in middle of 2020, but
in hindsight, it just doesn't work. Sorry, we're in a new year.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, Miss Akira C. Davenport with lace, all those laces, up the legs, over the booty.
Serve for me, absolute serve. I love the hair. I love the look. Yes, it could be kind of club look for, you know, I could see that, but not really.
I know. When Michelle said that, I was like, okay, I will concede that some girl might wear this to the club, but for Drag Race, honey, I was like, okay. I think it's a serve, definitely. Like, I don't really have any issues with this.
God, I love it.
It's very, very
good.
Moving on, Miss Pandora Box. Apparently, she entered a Dolly Parton lookalike contest and took third place. per her
Look at her.
voiceover. It's fun. It's campy country drag, like, you know, like it just
Yeah.
big, you know, bell bottom, like, you know, to the pants and the sleeves, and it's so good, and a cute little hat, like,
Yes.
yeah,
I think it's a serve. Definite serve. I
yeah,
love this.
it's definitely a serve. Way to go, Pandora. Up next, Yara Sophia.
So,
I'm so conflicted.
I have so many. Yeah, agreed. Because as as they mentioned on the runway, the judges mentioned, this is not blue jean. This is a blue jean printed fabric. But again, it's definitely like it was a choice. It was a look, definitely.
Right.
These pants that literally are like low waist jeans, or not jeans because they're not blue jean.
Right.
Low waist, bell bottom, the big, the top is definitely showing off a lot of her body, which she's probably paid for. And it's we are maybe inches away from having to put like a big ass dot on this.
Yeah.
So, but again, the necklace and the earrings don't work. They're so big and chunky, and they don't look good. And the wig is kind of and the big ass red lip just doesn't work with what's going on. I would have preferred a little bit more nude look because you're kind of giving me like I have nothing on kind of thing. Like that's kind of the thing I'm getting. Okay. I will give this a lob of a soft serve. Like the gentlest, like it's not even gonna make it's a serve, but it's a bad serve. It's not gonna make it all the way to the net. But it is a serve.
I don't know. I think it's a swerve. Like, I got so many problems with this. Like Yara Sofia, are you trying to be Sofia Vergara? Like, is that what you're hoping for? And that her husband Joe is going to come and sweep you away or something? I don't know. Like, I feel like we're trying so hard to sell body. And I agree with you. This necklace and these earrings, they got to go girl. Like, it's too big. It's too chunky. It looks like crap. And that would be like one significant upgrade if you had to like remove that stuff. And then I could kind of focus a little more on the outfit and not feel like you look like a dang bobblehead. But I agree with the judges. Like, the first thing I clocked, I was like, that's not jeans. I don't know what it is, but it's not jeans. Like, so yeah, no, sorry, girl.
Yeah.
Moving on. Miss Ginger Minge. She is a country hoe. It is denim, girl with big hair.
Yeah.
So remember we were talking earlier about Eureka and the color? I feel like this color is a little too muted. It's a little too matte. Like, it kind of bothers me slightly.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's something about it that I'm like, it needs contrast. Yes, we've got boots, and those are a different color, and that's helpful. But I really feel like this top, like, it almost kind of looks like a jacket.
She needs gloves. Like, it needs like kind of like the boot, like a big like denim glove to kind of like with the same color, maybe a different color, but at least the color, are like something in the hair, like on where this, like where their side part is, like something big and bright to kind of like give it that illusion. Like, I get what she's going for.
Yeah.
Like, I get this country, like this is a country star, 80s country star.
I was going to say,
performing a number.
She
like,
is serving, what is it? Faith Evans, Lori Morgan, Reba McEntire, you know, like Loretta Lynn, vintage, mid 80s, like country queen.
She should have come out with a guitar.
That's fair. That's very fair. I think that would help pull it a little bit more, in that direction. So it's a serve. I don't dislike it. I just think it needed some edits, something.
It needs something else.
Yeah. Last but not least, Miss Trinity K. Bonet.
Swerve.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many things here that just don't work. Those pants don't fit. That top doesn't fit. I mean, the vest doesn't fit.
The
Doesn't
earrings
look
don't
right.
fit.
The earrings don't work. Like if you're gonna wear this like beigey tan kind of like top as like your undershirt, don't wear these like kind of lightish or brightish orangey color that kind of melts into them, and they're huge. Like that doesn't help either.
Right.
You were trying to say you're trying to go 70s. I'm gonna call it what it is. Okay. Editing time. This is me being my edit. Take those earrings off and give me just like a simple big gold hoop. You could have done that. Would have done the 70s things. Would have been fine. Keep the top. That vest, cut it like half the size. Make it kind of like a very tiny vest that just barely, the buttons are barely like right under the breast, the boobie area. Keep it so that it looks like that. You can keep the top, although I'm not the biggest fan of the top, but keep the top. And then you have this like, hey, I'm going to call back to like Yara. You kind of can, if you can show off your, midsection, go for it.
Right.
But you would have had this very almost 60s, 70s dancer spy kind of thing going. Charlie's Angels is what comes to mind. I would have done a different hair. I would have, if I was going that route, would have taken those glasses fucking off. Why are you wearing glasses?
It's your thing,
but
apparently.
I would have like no top knot genie braid. I don't know what you're going with this. Would have done like a feathered hair and done like, if you're going 70s, that's what I would have gone with. Or a very long share, even if you did it in blonde, but just straight long blonde or straight dark hair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I finally realized why I dislike this so much. Because I'm disappointed. Trinity K. Bonet, we know you can do better than this. My issue with this is I would expect to see someone out at Halloween in this. Like, they have a friend who does drag, who got them done up, and this is what you got. Doesn't fit right, doesn't look right, but you're pretty. It's problematic, very problematic. Swerve on the border of nerve, girl. You've been warned. I don't have time for this.
I ain't got time for this. Anybody got time for that?
All right, moving on. Third category, third round is Blue Ball Bonanza. So this is the one where they had to take the materials and make something. Uh-oh, Damon's warming up. Look out, child. All right, first up, Miss Raja O'Hara. And I believe the judges referred to it, I think Carson, or I know Big Frida, I think, referred to it as Black Judy Jetson.
Yes.
This
is a serve. This is really good. This is really well made. I'm going to clock that it's probably a pattern that but it's very well structured. I love the bolero kind of top. I love that it's a little oversized. I don't like the sleeves oversized, but I like the like neck area being oversized. I love the wig that you chose with this. It just all kind of works really well. This ribbed fabric works really well on your shape. So serve.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a serve. I'm very proud of what Raja presented on the runway. Next up, Kylie Sonique Love. Girl. She's so good. Like, and she's so pretty. Like, she just.
Yes.
Ugh.
But I will say this, and I'm gonna call back to Miss Michelle Visage. Stop relying on that body. I love this. I love this. I will give this a serve. But we're getting a lot of your body.
Right. And I will say this, since the episode was released and her like professional photo version of this outfit, This outfit is much prettier than it looks like in the still images, like it did in the show.
Right.
Like fuck the production and their filter bullshit. Like it annoys me when they do this kind of crap because it looks very muted and and almost makes me feel like it's sloppy, but it's not. I know that Sony would not do that. So it's definitely a serve. It's very beautiful. I agree. Michelle, had to say what she had to say. Like, we need to stop like relying on that body. So now we need some stuff other than just like your legs and your midriff and your fabulous top. So yes, agreed. Next up, Eureka O'Hara in the little blue dress.
Again, another serve from her. I think this is cute. We know it's tissue paper essentially, or like the paper tablecloths or whatever. For someone who is a larger girl, she did what she could and did it well. This dress fits her super well. I like the cute little, like, the very tiny panty. I don't know if I would call it a thong kind of thing that she has going for it.
Right.
But I think it's cute. It's a tutu. It's a very simple dress, but it all works. So kudos to her.
Agreed. I mean, she does look really, really good. I mean, she really is showing off the legs in this outfit. I mean, I thought it was a very well done strategic play for the outfit, and she got a little purse too. So very good, Eureka. Serve. Next up, Jan yet again.
Serve.
It's a serve, honey. It is Effie realness. It is Hunger Games. It is fun. It is like kind of campy. It is fashion. It is so good.
Yes. So fucking good. Oh.
I just realized she had like these little like boutonnieres on her wrists, like these little ribbons with the flower thing and the ombre effect. Like, yes, it's just.
Yeah. Just great all around. Like, go her.
Yeah.
Love
Definitely
this.
good. It was a serve. Next up, Jiggly Caliente. Now, I want to say this to get it out there because a lot of people haven't. It has to be said. I'm sorry. If you did not see her in her original season in the silver apocalyptic baked potato outfit, then you cannot understand the improvement, the glow up of this outfit compared to what had happened in her first season.
Yeah, but still,
that said,
still a swerve. It's still a swerve.
I know.
You tried so hard, and I know you did, and it's just so. It's a blanket, and we can tell it's a blanket with some embellishments that you put on it. I just don't like this hair. I don't. It's so flat. Oh, girl. And you're like, again, okay. I'm just gonna call it like it is. This is not good proportionizing. You are while you're probably not as jiggly as you once were, you are still jiggly and you are still a big girl.
Right.
And therefore I need you to, work for your body, find things that work well for you. And this does not. The embellishments look like they were just kind of tacked on last minute. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I know what you're trying to do. I have an idea of what you were trying to go for, but not only is this not well done, in comparison to what is around you, it then looks basic too.
Right.
So
yeah, it's unfortunate. There's too much going on. It's almost like she let Yada Sophia like help her with this or something because Yada doesn't know how to edit. Like, it's just too much shit. So I agree. Like the hair could have been better. It's too many embellishments. You know what I was thinking about as you were talking is this outfit really could have been elevated in an interesting way if she had done rouging. If she had like done some asymmetric stuff, like where she like had it rouged up to one hip and then rouged to like one side of like, her chest and like just, and kind of like made it more, cowl-like. I don't know. Like there's just a bunch of things and kind of like what Raja did in the first one and like make it, kind of like ribbed with just like sewing, do some zigzag stuff. Like she really could have, I don't know, done more.
Yeah.
Something else. Moving on. Miss Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
What the fuck is this?
Wait.
What the fuck you doing here?
This is
silky,
this is just bad. Just bad. This is. You have some. No, I won't give it a nerve. I will just give it a straight up swerve. I will give it a swerve. I will not be that bad. I mean, just overall, just it doesn't look good. It makes you look massive.
Right. It makes her look bigger. Like, it's so bad. Like, I think the quilted fabric for the pants is the problem. It's the color. Like, and then while you're wearing this capelet thing, like, and we've got all these, like, bits of, like, polyfill attached in random places. We've got earmuffs on, and apparently you're trying to give us that it's the winter season, but it's like no sleeves, which makes no sense. And you got a box of crap that you drop on the floor. The producers, the editors maybe laugh because they put in a broken glass sound effect, like she broke shit. I was just like, oh, honey, it's just,
it's just bad. And then like this is the worst makeup I've ever seen you do. And we know why, because she talked about it.
Yeah, that she was in a rush. She was in a hurry.
Yeah, she was trying to finish doing her look, building her look.
Yeah.
And just threw her makeup on, and it's like,
yeah.
And it looks like it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Moving on. Scarlet Envy.
Scarlet Envy is the envy of all the queens because she somehow got to this fabric first.
She done stole the only fabric that you could make a right outfit out of.
Yeah.
She is serving blue, like devil in a blue dress, pageant realness, this beautiful coiffed hair, the dangly earrings, this asymmetric, piece off the shoulder, the trumpet skirt. I mean, it's just so good, but I will have this one critique about it. It's definitely a serve. I am not a fan of this like Kremlin like tool thing showing at the bottom. If you've seen me over the seasons, it's one of my nitpicks. I don't want to see the shit underneath. Like, I want you to figure out how to hide it.
Yeah,
or not.
But again, it's so well crafted. It's so well made. It's a serve.
Yeah.
I don't know if she did anything to this hair or if that's the way it looked, but again, just so beautiful.
Yeah. No, it's smashing. It's a serve for sure. Next up, Miss Akira C. Davenport, giving us, what was it? Shower curtain, foil paper, and plastic cups to make this outfit.
It's a soft serve for me. I talked about it again before. This is definitely it looks like it's barely holding, like it's it's probably too heavy. I don't know. Like it's very like solid. Like I put it like this.
Right.
There is no give to this. There is no movement to this.
Yeah.
It is a solid dress. And it will, but I give her the props for using something different and making this very unique design to it. It's almost like a scale.
Right.
That I'll give it to her. I doubt she could sit down, but
yeah, I'm so torn, Damon. Like I originally thought it was a serve. The more I look at it, I'm thinking it's a swerve. Like it's just,
it's fair.
I'm so conflicted because I'm like, I give you kudos for like the use of the materials and the creativity. Like I'm totally enraptured with this like cup, like on cup like column effect and how it like from a distance it definitely looks textured and it's kind of cool, and then you get to see it closer and you're like, them's cups, them's fucking plastic cups. Like how crazy is that? Like, but I agree with you. It's so solid. Like it does not move. It's like a freaking suit of armor. Like it just And the slit and the length. Like there's just little things about it where I'm like, it's really unfortunate because I feel Akira could have made this better if she'd had more time. I think that's what the enemy was for her with this particular outfit was if she'd had a whole other day. I think she could have addressed some of these things.
The slit is just a little too much again. So anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Move on.
Next up, Miss Pandora Box. She is the blue ribbon winner, apparently, because she's wearing all of them. This hair, I am in love with this color of this blue hair, and like it's like kind of frizzy curl style.
Mm-hmm. But
Well, my biggest beef about this outfit, while it's cute and it's kind of airy and flouncy and it has movement, I am really irritated at the not having lining. Like,
oh yeah.
it's apparently plastic, like tablecloths or something with like the white felt, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like backing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the least you could have done, girl, was like color it or something to not make it so apparent. Because as you move, it reveals, and it's too distracting for me. So
Yeah.
okay, so if I had to compare this to Akira, this one's better.
Mm-hmm.
This is a serve for me.
Okay.
I just need some. It needs some
Yeah.
stuff.
Like this is a serve for me too, and that's pretty much all I can say. I think it's nice. Is it? Oh my god, amazing? No, but it works.
Right.
It made her safe.
Agreed. Moving on. Yada Sophia.
Mama, this is garbage.
That's how I feel about it.
Like I was okay with it at first. I will own this. When I wrote it, did I mark it? Oh, so I marked it and then I crossed it out.
That's accurate. It's accurate. She turns the corner and you're like, ooh. And then the more you look at it, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like that's kind of what it was. I love the hair because I've seen that kind of like style before. I appreciate that. I like the choice of the like fascinator, flower in the hair. That works. And then I start looking at things and it just doesn't work for me. This belle skirt or dress part is definitely like a tarp.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, that top, I'm
telling you, that top
don't.
she brought. I don't think she made that from anything. It's got rhinestones and sparkles and shit. I'm not buying it. I think that she brought it. I call shenanigans. And I hate this mylar, fringy, boa, whatever the hell that gargantuan thing is. No.
Yeah. Again, and
no,
this
girl.
is like we were talking about earlier about editing. If that had been like a bolero, like a shorter, sort of like off the shoulder, fringy kind of thing, I might have been okay with it. If she had worn it like a kind of like in the first picture, like maybe made it like like a boa, maybe. No, never mind. No, never mind.
And I think it's insulting that she spent so much time not doing anything, and we are literally looking at a tarp wrapped around her waist, because that's what it is. Like, you can say that she cut it or sewed it or whatever to make it into a dress, but it is distinctly a tarp. You cannot tell me it is not a tarp. It has not been embellished.
Yeah. I would have preferred her to have done something differently. There's so like I will say this, and I hate it. There's so many colors of blue going on here. It's a little too much because there's the light blue on the cuff. There's this darker, like shiny blue of the mylar fringe. There's this lighter robin's eggy kind of blue for the not robin's egg, but you know what I mean, like that blue for the top because it has the embellishments of the rhinestones or whatever. The tarp is a IKEA blue. We've seen that tarp. We know those tarps.
Right.
Then you've got this dark ass hair with this medium. There's so many colors of blue, and I get that it's a blue ball, and I get that you made it with what you could find or grab, but still, like editing would have been great.
It's problematic. Now think back to what Jan wore and compare it to this. Jan was wearing like 10 different colors of blue, but it worked. It's a pattern, like it's a thing, like it cohesively goes together. It gives me lots to look at. This annoys the fuck out of me.
It was a gradient. Jan's gradiated from dark to light.
Right.
This just is like here's like all the colors of blue. I will retract my statement. She needs to take the fringy thing off. If she had taken that off, I would have liked this better. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
The big Mylar thing. If she had not worn that.
I just want to
then
take
I
the
would-
bottom of that dress and roll her up in it and put her in a dumpster. I'm like, no, girl. Sorry. Swerve.
Nerve.
You know what? You're right. I agree. It's nerve. How dare you?
Yeah. How fucking dare you? Hey, we ran along.
Yes. Next up, Miss Ginger Minge.
Oh, thank God.
Now this, okay, so this is a serve for me, but it has issues.
Yeah, it's okay. I will serve it. I'm not the biggest fan of the hair.
Agreed.
She always looks better with big hair. I'm just going to be blunt and honest with you and say that. Like, she looks better with big hair. It works for her frame. This is obviously a shower curtain.
Turned into a lovely raincoat.
Yeah. And it works. It works-ish. I
It
don't
does.
hate it, but I don't love it.
Agreed. Yeah. It was safe. So that's how I feel about that. It's a serve. And last but not least, Lord help me, I cannot believe my eyes. Miss Trinity K. Bonet with this Cinderella blue, like, tulle taffeta loofah, like the mug looks good, the hair looks good, big old earrings. Like, I'm still gagged at that she turned the corner in this thing, given what we saw previously. Like,
Yes.
all I kept thinking is, oh, this saved your ass. This saved yo ass. Because it's beautiful
Yes.
compared to what you delivered before. I mean, not even in comparison. It's just beautiful, period.
Yes.
It's a serve.
Serve.
Oy.
Almost nerve, because it just is. Everything works so well together.
Agreed.
And she did the whole Cinderella thing, which I really loved.
Yeah, and she left the shoe behind. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was. She definitely finally told a story, and it looked good. And it was all proper. So there's that. So that's those 3 rounds. Quickly moving on. So is this right? This isn't right. Is it? No.
Wait.
I don't have the right thing loaded. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Are you trying to do the...
Sorry.
Oh, wait. Oh, I know what you're trying to do.
I was gonna try to talk about the assassin, and I have the wrong things loaded. My bad. So here's the thing.
Raja won.
Thank you. I totally blanked for a brief second. I had a mini stroke. So Miss Raja O'Hara won. Good for you, girl. Because I think she was the most consistent. Although I do want to put on record, I think Jan got robbed.
I'll talk about that later.
Okay. Anyways, Raja ends up winning, and she goes on to lip sync, and she ends up lip syncing against the one, the only, this drag queen of the North, Miss Brooklyn Heights.
Yes.
Looks fucking amazing.
Stunning.
High whore dance drag, amazing. Although I hated the really long stringy things. Those things drive me crazy. Fringe needs to be a realistic length. Sorry, kids. That's how I feel about it. Anyways, so they lip sync, and it's a tie.
Tie? What should be tie?
So, but Raja O'Hara gets all of the $20,000, $10,000 from last week that rolled over, plus $10,000 this week, and she also got what did she get? She got $5,000 for, what was it? For winning. Yeah, she got $5,000 for being the top queen. Then she won the lip sync, and she got the $20,000. And then, according to the pit stop, she got 5,000 Orbux, which is equivalent of $5,000 in Orbit's money for her to use for travel. Blah blah blah. So, Queen just like brought in a lot of coin.
To the tune of $30,000.
Yeah,
almost.
The equivalency.
I mean,
of
granted. Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to her. Because it's a tie, both of the lipsticks get pulled. So of course there's this big dramatic moment, because that means that if both names were pulled, then 2 queens go home this week. But of course we should know better, because it wasn't 2 queens. Both of them ended up revealing that it was Miss Jiggly Caliente. That she had to go home.
Yes.
And while it's sad, I kind of don't disagree.
Yeah, I thought about it, and watching Untucked in particular, and understanding her breakdown afterwards, and I get it. You can't fight for yourself.
Right.
Like that's the only kind of flaw with this.
The setup, yeah.
The setup is you cannot fight. You can't lip sync for your life. You can't try to turn yourself out. You end up in the bottom, and you're in the bottom. You can't do anything else. So
right. All right. So that being said, you ready for our last segment?
Mm-hmm.
All right, babies. It's time for snaps and eye rolls, aka the hits and the misses, the highs and the
Fall out of this
lows
fucking chair.
of the episode. You busy playing air guitar over there. All right, so Damon, who are you giving snaps to for this episode?
I am giving my snaps to Miss Kylie Sonique Love.
Okay.
While we were talking about the stop relying on your body thing, I mean, you got to admit, like, she put out a great body of work today in this episode. See what I did there? Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Kylie's body is fine.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just I'm appreciative of her. I'm appreciative of her being on the show. I'm seeing the growth. I'm seeing someone living in their truth, which I think is also a major part of this. She's exuding a lot of good, positive energy during like the untucked moments. There were just some things that she was saying that were very kind of like real and honest and respectful. But yeah, I loved it. I love her. And I think she's one of my tops. Even though we're this early in the competition, she's one of my tops.
Okay.
I need to see more, but I'm kind of rooting for her a little bit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about you?
I said all three of Jan's looks. I have to give snaps. I'm sorry. Like the more I think about it and I focus on it, I'm trying not to get upset about it, but I think she got robbed. I think what's weird is when I say robbed, I don't necessarily think she should have won. I would have appreciated a tie for winning, and that would have totally been wild and crazy, because then it would have been two queens trying to outdo the assassin. But anyways.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, but the downside for me is I'm so annoyed because I think she's being ignored. Like she's invisible and doesn't exist. It's so weird to me. I don't understand what's happening. Yeah. The only thing that makes sense to me is like for the overall plot storyline of this season is that she's going to have longevity. So we're just like not really focusing on her in the beginning because she's going to be around for quite a while. But that's my conspiracy theory.
Okay. That's fair. We'll talk about that too.
Okay.
Kind of.
Damon, who are you giving eye rolls to?
So I actually have two.
Okay.
Because I have two eyes. Sorry, you knew it was coming. Silky, we gotta talk. This episode shined a very bad light on you. You didn't look good. You looked like you grabbed, like it felt, okay. This felt very much like season 11 Silky. Like, I'm just gonna do what I need to do. I'm coasting because I know whatever my personality will get me through, kind of thing. You picked these outfit choices that clearly did not meet the challenges. What you made was garbage. While I can appreciate you making a pair of pants out of a duvet, it didn't work for you. It didn't work for your body. It didn't work at all.
Right.
It looked bad. I mean, you looked so voluminous, and it just did not work.
Right.
And then add on that like the other things that you put together, kind of crafted together. I think you focused a lot on these pants and expected them to kind of get you through, because the other things did not look like they had a lot of work to them. They
Right.
almost looked like they were glued together.
Yeah.
And then you threw some random like shit on top. Like no, no,
Right.
it was garbage, and you knew. I hope you knew it was garbage. I'm surprised that you were safe. Very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, my second one is kind of what we've been alluding to. Um, um, I love you, Raja, but Jan won this challenge. Her looks were killer. They were cohesive. They were innovative. They were fun. They worked well. They looked great on her. She did so many good things, and like you said, she deserved a positive critique, if nothing else.
Right.
She deserves some kudos because I'm looking at what I'm seeing. Like I'm looking at who was in the top, and it was Raja who obviously won. It was Kylie and Eureka. Okay, so compare like take Raja out for a second, just for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and then compare Kylie and Eureka to Jan.
Right. I think Eureka should have been swapped out for Jan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Eureka should have been safe. Well, again, I liked her looks, and she did some really great things. I feel like Jan did better.
I'm wondering if the judges are underestimating, or the problem is that they're like, and this is, we've had this in previous seasons where the judges are not being fair in they're not being equitable in their judging.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, we know you can do great,
Yeah.
so now you have to blow us away to get
Mm-hmm.
recognition out of us, and that's really that's psychologically
Yeah.
messy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
If that's what's going on, y'all need to stop it, judges. Because, no offense, Eureka's technically had two chances, and she made it all the way to the top her second time.
Right, and with that, I mean, she's already way up there, so that's
Mm-hmm.
that's problematic as well. And I think
Yeah.
what's weird is that she was getting recognition and Jan wasn't. I just
Yeah.
yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't
don't
know.
know.
That's kind of the way I feel about it. Like that's my genuine. I think Raja did well. I think she could like. Did she deserve the win? Yes, but I think Jan either should have won or should have at least been top three
Yeah.
of this episode.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I said don't insult me.
Ooh.
And the reason why I say that is because I think back on all of these looks and the fashions, and several times different queens insulted me. How dare you make what you make, wear what you wear, and think it's okay to get away with that? This is All Stars Season 6. You should know better. That's how I
That's
feel about
true.
it.
I mean, you ain't wrong. Like I'm looking, like I'm thinking back, and I'm like going, yeah. Silky, Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few others, but those were the two like main. Yara. Holy shit, Yara.
All three of them.
Yeah. Like I don't understand, and I like again, like I know Jiggly went home, but I don't feel. I will admit I don't feel as insulted by her looks as I do by the others.
Agreed.
Were they bad? Yeah, but Trinity fucking wore boy clothes
Mm-hmm.
and on the runway as like a as a thing. Like no.
Or, and I'm not defending her, or she wore women's clothes with no body.
Yeah.
Which therefore looked like boys' clothes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that Cinderella dress saved her ass. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And Silky had nice looking things that didn't go with
Work.
what we needed.
Yeah.
So that was just a problem in her first 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm. And the third one that was just garbage.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
Yeah. And Yada, apparently, because she's funny, because she's kooky, whatever, her ass got saved. Anyways. So, yeah. Don't insult me.
Yeah.
But this better be the last of that, or I'm going to get real fucking irritated this season. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Like, I will own one of the things I had kind of a sort of a problem with in the All Stars 2. Yes, 2. Yes, 2. So remember when they would go backstage and it was the lip syncs for Your Legacy, and we had like flats and what have you, and just flat hair and just awful like whatever outfits. I'm talking about Katya in particular. There were these moments where like they were just wearing whatever for these lip syncs for Your Legacies, and I was having my feelings about it, kind of similar to this. It was almost insulting, but then it grew on me, and the reason is because they don't give a shit. Like, I'm not talking about this particular, but I'm talking about like that season and those moments. I think they were intentionally doing these random things because why the fuck not? You know, Alaska borrowed a top from Roxy as like part of her outfit for the lip sync. Like, just, you know, it was meant to be. It started getting campy and became more of a joke.
Well, I think they started to. I think their mindset was it's just drag, baby.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like, therefore, they could be much more comfortable about it. They didn't really give it the gravitas that some people do. And I think, like, while that may be happening, I'm insulted.
Yeah.
So
this time around, this in
season,
particular,
some of these outfits,
because this wasn't like, oh, you've won already, like you've won,
correct?
Like you're the top all-star kind of thing, and now you can kind of have fun and relax and shit. This is getting you to the win.
Well, and it makes the question: are you here just to collect a paycheck? Are you not really here trying to compete to win? Because you know who's trying to compete to win? Eureka. Eureka fucking has blood in the water, like wants to slay everybody to take out.
Yeah.
She probably has the biggest hunger of the entire squad.
Fair.
She'd take somebody out at a knee, guaranteed, if she had to. She'd throw pearls down, no doubt about it. So, and I feel like some of these queens are just here because they're like, oh, I'm on All Stars. They're gonna collect a check, and like, and I feel it's a little lazy. It's a little presumptive. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's a competition, bitch. I realize it's a reality show, and that like has a whole other thing to it, but it's still a competition. I want to see people compete. I want to see hunger. I want to see them actually have passion for what they do, not take it for granted.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that.
There's that.
And if you have feelings, you're welcome to share them with us. You can go to our blog, cubsoutloud.com. You can also send us an email, cubsoutloud@gmail.com, or better yet, you can give us a call. You can leave a voicemail. You can simply ring 361 COL Talk. That's 361-265-8255. And if you leave us a message, like Damon's about to, then we would be happy to play it on the show if you'd like. Or we don't have to play it. We could just listen to it off air and then talk about it. That being said, if you would like to follow Cubs Out Loud online, you can go through the social media channels for Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Type in Cubs Out Loud as one word to find it. If you want to join our online little chat group, you can go to Entourage. Sorry, you can go to Telegram. And you would type in this URL in a web browser, tinyurl.com/Telegram. That's TELEGRAM -COLDR for the direct link. And if you want to know about the regular shows, when we're going to be recording them and we're going to be live producing to YouTube in a couple of weeks, we'll be back on schedule. You can go to tinyurl.com/calendar-COL. If you want to support us, there's several ways to do it. One way is you can actually go buy some lovely merchandise. We have all sorts of interesting things over at Zazzle.com/CubsOutLoud. You could get yourself a mug. There are different kinds. Like I have the frosted version, and this has the Cubs Out Loud Drag Race logo on it. And see, it says Drag Race in pink and little crown. Damon has the two-tone color version. So it's a lovely pink on the inside with a matching pink handle. And it happens to have, our banner information on the back. So, of course, when you want to sip that tea, We also have a different apparel item. So Damon happens to be wearing our Consent is My Foreplay drag pride version. So yes, there is a drag pride flag out there. So we actually use the colors and the crown from it to make that. You could get a version 3 shirt with the regular logo or other items as well. If you would like to, you can become a patron at patreon.com/cubsoutloud for $1 or more a month, depending on what you're interested in, how you want to support us. And then you get the full episode. So you get what I call the bookends, the pre and the post show, full get up of what we discuss as we're getting ready and all that. And if you'd rather just give us a tip, we would be happy to take your money, honey. So you go to paypal.me/cubsoutloud for a one-time donation to support us, and we greatly appreciate it. You can also rate us on iTunes. 5 stars, please. We'd appreciate it, with a lovely comment. And pretty much we can be found anywhere that there is a podcast feed. Cubs Out Loud Drag Race exclusively has its own RSS feed. So if you're interested just in the drag race portion of things, you can listen to that only. Or if you go to YouTube, to the Cubs Out Loud channel, there's a playlist for Cubs Out Loud Drag Race episodes specifically. That being said, Damon, where would they find you online?
Sorry, it's apparently storming here. If you wish to get in touch with me, you can find me as TheaterCup79 on most bear-related sites are on Facebook. Or you can find me as pup_umbra on Twitter. The Twitter is definitely not safe for work.
Yes. If you would like to get in touch with me, you can pretty much find me anywhere online as Gabriel73. Specifically, when it comes to drag items, I created a Twitter, which is Gabriel73 DRAG at the end, so it says drag. So that way I kind of know what's going on in the drag world of things. And with that, it's the end of an episode, and we're going to have to say goodbye to Miss Jiggly Caliente. Love you, girl.
Bye.
Glad to see you back. Love the glow up.
Yes.
But you got to go. I saw what you did there. Vanna Whiten product placement.
Might as well. Oh.